Thank you.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Here is Tunisia. Thank you for this presentation. I want to ask two questions from our students from UCAT and UC Santé. One is about the nationality. We have international students from many countries, sub-Saharan, eventually Gabon. They can apply for the job in the UK.
So, certainly, I think that we. Sorry, I just want to find a slide from a presentation. I think in the National Health Service in UK, there is every nationality represented in the health service. Apart from, I think the one of your colleagues mentioned that there is nobody from Tunisia, but we'll find out. But everybody can be there as long as you have the qualification. There is no discrimination. I will try to find a slide. I can show you even it shows in numbers the people who are present. But you carry on the question answer. I'll find this and show it.
I want to add some information about the CBT in Tunisia at Université Centrale. I think we can pass the test of CBT in Tunisia. I think I will verify this.
We will. That's good. That's really good. I mean, we will certainly on Monday find out more about it.
Okay.
But that's it will be good news, to be honest.
Yes, we have the center of exam. The last question, please, is about the salary in the first 6 months and after the success in the exam, what the average of the salary for nursing.
Yeah. Do you want to answer, Roderick or Isa?
Yeah. So I can answer that because I'm actively recruiting, as I mentioned, from Philippines and India. So what we offer to successful candidates once they've got a job offer is they will start. There is a banding system for having a job in the health sector. So you will start the candidate who are waiting to get their OSCE result or OSCE exam, the practical exam that they have to do to finally get their PIN registration. They will start on a band 3 position, which is like equivalent to a healthcare assistant post. You will not stay long in that job if you are ready for your OSCE exam, because like what I mentioned earlier, the maximum that you will be on that level is within maximum of 6 months, and hopefully you will pass your OSCE exam by then. The minimum band 5 nursing role job at the moment is around 25,000 per annum, if I'm correct. And there is an allowance if you're working within the central London area for an extra. Isa, if you can just confirm, is that 8,000 or 5,000
no,
extra?
Extra allowance. You mean the SCA? I think it's within. It depends on the banding. If it is band 5, it's around. Is it 4,000 to 5,000, something like that?
So you will get an extra 5,000 if you are working in the central London area as a nurse, as a band 5 nurse. So band 5 is the lowest level that you start as a registered nurse, and then you can work your way up to the different banding, depends on your role within your clinical area. So yeah, so I hope that answers the question. Isa, is there anything you can add to that?
That's all. Yeah, that's about the fees. That's about the cost of living. Like, it depends on where you live in London. If it's inside, there's inner London, which is higher than the outer London payments. All right. So, and also don't forget, we also have annual leave, which is also being paid for during this process too. They also pay the annual leave. You are given at least for the first 5 years, you are entitled to 27 days of annual leave. And these are all paid annual leave.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can take your holiday and you're being paid by your employer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's correct.
I think for the first 6 months, most of people they live in the hospital on the hospital accommodation, so there are no much expenses. And once you register, the hospital supports your rent for 3 months before you find your own accommodation, because after that, a lot of people they want to have their own home. I don't know. Can you see the slide here, which show all the nationalities on the National Health Service?
Yes.
Can you see it? Yeah. So as you can see, there are about more than 1 million, in fact, working in the National Health Service. It's the 4th employer in the world. And as we said earlier, we got people from India and Philippines, so they are the one who are. And you can just try to find your flag there. I think last time I was told that there is now Tunisian flag. Got Turkish, we got some Moroccan there, 64. So I think that every country is Algerian, 103. So we can have a competition here.
Okay. Just a last question about the number of hours of working.
37.5 a week. That's your contract. And once you finish your work with the hospital, you are free to do whatever you want. So you can work more. And generally, if I understand Roderick and Isa, 37.5 you are paid. That's the salary you pay. For example, if you are in band 5, you are paid 25,000. And if you work more, you get paid more.
Yeah,
That's correct.
So most of people, they will end up working at least 45, 50 hours, and they gain more money. There is nobody will stop you not to work elsewhere.
Thank you.
we only become worried if you are becoming sick every time. That's when we become worried. If you are working too much and you're getting sick, that's the only time we're getting worried. Apart from that, you can work in as much it doesn't affect your normal work. Yeah. And you can work within your hospital in any unit you want to work. Like me, my unit will even work weekends, and I encourage my staff to work. They do that. We call it banking system. So even if you don't have visa to go and work in another trust at that particular period of visa, you can still work within your trust and get more money there. That's what happened. And I also do a lot of private cases in my trust, again, my theater, and people have worked there and also get being paid well. Yeah.
So we got about a minute before we finish. Just to mention that for people who are already married, that once you get registered with you pass the exam, the second exam, you are allowed to bring your family, and you get a residency, and they are allowed to pursue their career as well if they want to look for work, or certainly the kids, they get school and all that. So the whole family join, not only the person who is working there, which is important, of course.